How's it going, United RL? We have another game today, Ramen Bowl series, Maui versus Buffalo Bolts. And so today, as your commentators, you have me, Knight 1720, and Far over here. How's it going, Far? How's your day been?
Who I've been waiting for this series all week long. Opening day for UR. It feels like the offseason was both incredibly long and so brief. But we are finally ready to get some games started. As you said, starting off with Ramen Bowl, Maui Ancients versus Buffalo Bolts. Unfortunately, I'm not too knowledgeable of the realm of up at the top with Ramen Bowl. So the players are a little unfamiliar to me, and unfortunately, we have no stats to go on. But they're going to start making their first numbers for this upcoming season right here, right now.
Yeah, and I'm right there with you. Like I have no idea how these players are going to play, but I will say, the last Ramen Bowl series I've watched, they were doing pretty good. Well, not these players, of course, but the games that I saw, they're very close and they had very mechanical plays. So I wonder if we're going to see that again today. And so yes, it's gonna be interesting. They're gonna be the team that puts the stats first on the board here. And so we shall see. We shall see. Well, stats for us viewing.
We shall see indeed. As the players get ready to hit the pitch, we're going to get underway here for game number one of the first stream of this season. It is so exciting to finally be back here.
Exactly. And on Buffalo we have Kamikaze, Deco, and is that well actually no, we have Deco, Bluey, and Kamikaze. I was right. And then on Maui we have Rex, Distant, and Danger.
Not names I'm too familiar with. A bit of an opening offensive push here for Maui, as now Buffalo trying to get this off of their back half. Kamikaze up, looking for a shot. Not enough of a control there to go for it. Bit of a cut there coming from Deco. Blue's going to be the one to take this one back, just try and keep it out of danger. As control in the corner. That one's going to go in front of the net. A couple of good passes for both teams so far, but nothing to show for it.
Yeah, and Buffalo is still trying to push. They are like the ball is kind of on their side a lot more, but they are still doing good, not letting Maui kind of have the upper hand. Unfortunately, there though they almost did, but Buffalo is able to recover. All of them are in that corner, a little bunched up, but they're kind of making way. They're putting a shot on target, just keeping the ball on their side and trying to get a goal.
And right there, the first goal of the season goes to Kamikaze on Buffalo Bolts, as that one's going to float very precariously right in front of the net, and a beautiful play off the backboard to send it right in.
Such a beautiful play, and that's kind of why I was like, Buffalo, they are holding their own right here, and so it starts off slow. It's just like a slow simmer, and so Kamikaze just able to read all of that was happening in front of the net and just able to put it in. Back into the game here, we have Maui trying to hold off Buffalo's attack once again as Danger just gets a light touch trying to solve for his team. And everybody, the ball is kind of playing slow here, but that's because Buffalo is really attacking them hard.
Ooh, and a close play there. Almost finds its way into the net, but Danger is able to get a touch and send it away. Distant up off the wall, try to pass it out to mid. There's space over to Rec. Rec trying to get the follow-up touch, is able to, but unfortunately Danger there wasn't able to get it. And now, in very much a lot of danger, is Maui, and Kamikaze once again going to be the one to plant it in the back of the net.
Unfortunately, Maui just they had too far of a push, and Buffalo had such a great clear off that corner wall, just leaving an open net for his team, which was a great play by them. Back on kickoff though, we have Deco and Danger.
Already more offensive pressure coming from Buffalo, but that one gets sent away by Rex. Still under a lot of danger is Maui, however. Bowie gets it past two, trying to shoot it on target, and it floats its way in. The defender just barely couldn't get enough on the ball to get it cleared away. That's going to put Buffalo up by 3 now.
Buffalo having a strong lead. It's kind of questioning, like, what is Maui not doing that is putting them behind, that is letting Buffalo have these very open nets. I don't know if it's a spacing thing, They all seem to have really good mechanics as Maui puts on a shot. Rec trying to get a beam from the side corner here. But a pass to his teammate, unfortunately, Bui was falling that he was able to read that whole thing. But again, Maui still on the defensive end here. But Buffalo takes a very less time making their goals than Maui does.
Ooh, and a cheeky touch from Danger. Maui finally put themselves on the board with a phenomenal goal. Still a lot of time to go. They can definitely tie this one up in no time.
And that was a very clean goal, might I add, too. Back on kickoff once again. The ball in favor of Maui this time. But Buffalo trying to stall for his teammate here. That go up. Low boost in a dream. But Distance is able to block it here. Distance trying to follow, but his teammate's there to help him here. I think really what Maui needs to do is that. But also kind of add a little more demo to their plays too. Just kind of get the defensive end just to get out of it. Not football.
Agreed 100%. Some physicality could definitely benefit Maui as they did just get that second goal, but they still had one more to go to even tie it up. Rec up off the wall, trying to tie this game up, trying to pass it out. I get it past one. Teammate unfortunately couldn't find the touch they were looking for. Danger just trying to play presence on the ball, keep Buffalo away from this as long as possible. Rec, low boost in the corner. Not a lot they can do there. Deco's going to get this one centered away, but Distant with a big clear. Relieve some of that pressure. Kamikaze looking for the shot. Gets the double. A phenomenal play from Kamikaze to get a hat trick and the fourth goal for Buffalo.
Kamikaze is really putting the pressure on Buffalo when it comes to attacking. His team, great bump by Bluey. Like, his team altogether is really good. They're flowing really well. But Kamikaze has put on a lot of goals for them. And so it's Buffalo. If Maui wants to stop and if they want to keep getting goals and not getting scored on, I think Kamikaze is the one they need to look out for the most.
Offensive spearhead player is definitely a very deadly combo there, but as now Maui is able to get a shot on Deco with the reach, is able to get the clear away. Now it's pressure going in favor of Buffalo. Deco actually still under quite a bit of pressure themselves. Gets a second touch. It gets cleared out to mid, but Danger not in a position to touch that. 50 at the midfield. He's going to go up the wall. Danger has possession. Try and pass out to Rec, but a quick cut from Deco is going to get that one. And actually a very dangerous situation there for Maui, but a big clear is going to keep it away. And we finally have a bit of a period here where nobody is scoring.
Yeah, haven't had that actually, we haven't had that at all. This is the first time. An unfortunate bump on a teammate, but who was that? Danger actually was able to save that coming from the middle of the field. But they are still under attack by Buffalo here. The Danger does get a clear. Blue is going to deny it though. Keep it neutral ground here. Danger staying on once again. And that, you are right. Like, we are having a back and forth tug of war match right now. For the first time in this whole series.
Teams are finally starting to feel their rhythm. We see teams can take up to multiple games to finally get in a rhythm with their teammates, but it looks like these two Ramen Bowl teams have definitely found a rhythm already. Kamikaze with a shot on off the pass from Deco, almost found its way in, but Distant able to get the save. Still in a very dangerous spot for Maui. It's going to be shot on. Distant trying to get under it. Unfortunately, at the 10-second marker, that one's going to go in, and Kamikaze now has 4 goals.
Kamikaze with just great trust in his team, just knowing that he can just sit there and make a play off of whatever pass he's going to get. He's going to go right to him. Great play by Buffalo here. Back on kickoff, Kamikaze going for another goal here potentially, but unfortunately it's too high. Have the disconnection error on my screen. But that is going to be game.
Buffalo, a very strong performance, especially coming from Kamikaze, but not without credit to their teammates. Deco having 3 assists and Bluey having 1 and that 5th goal. This Buffalo team seems to know exactly where they need to be and when they need to be there.
Indeed. And I feel like Maui was still kind of just getting in the groove. Hopefully the next game they get it. But if they have the same play as this game, then I don't think they can stop Buffalo. But they are still both good teams. So we'll see. We will see.
Very much so. And jumping back to what you said earlier in the match, Maui, they could definitely benefit from some more physicality as I believe one or both of their goals actually did have some form of bump demo or even just trying to snag boost away from the Buffalo defense. That's probably going to be their key to victory here, but they've just got to learn how to exploit it perfectly.
That is very true. And that one goal where they had the in front redirect, that was really beautiful. So it'll be nice to see that again. But one thing that I did see with Maui was they sometimes overcommitted. That's why they had that one goal that was a straight open net for Buffalo. So I wonder how they're gonna really adapt their gameplay here, and if we're gonna see more redirects or, as you said, demos or bumps.
Very much. But as we get into game two, Maui already looking to be good here. Distant going for the shot, able to send it in 5 seconds in, and Maui's already in the lead.
What a beautiful play distance, just popping it up after getting boost off a kickoff, knowing that they might be awkward here and just getting a beautiful double into it. What a read. Back on kickoff though, Maui in the lead by 1 point. In favor of Maui too. Danger gets boost from middle. Trying to go for a play, tries to fake it down, but unfortunately it was denied. Buffalo was able to read and is now potentially on the attack. Distant trying to go for a pinch for his teammate here. Buffalo attacking, hard attacking here. Kamikaze gets a demo on Danger while trying to get a shot. Maui trying to get it clear here. But Buffalo is not letting up. Buffalo trying to get a low shot into the net here. But unfortunately it was denied by Maui defenders. Deco though, carrying it all the way to the other side, gets past 2 defenders here. But ball's gonna go back on to Buffalo side.
A lot of back and forth here between these teams. Looking like that period in game one where both teams seem to kind of find their groove a little bit on, at least on defense, to keep shots away. But this one's going to be very dangerous for Buffalo, and Distant again, a backboard menace. That's going to put Maui up by 2 now.
Wow. That is one thing that Maui has going for them in this game for sure. Just allowing Distance to have boost and have room in order to make his doubles work. If you're good at something, work with it. Try to make it the best that you can. And Distant is really doing that in this game for sure.
Absolutely. Distant, speaking of, in the corner, trying to get cleared away. Danger able to get an extra touch. Rec trying to follow. All 3 Maui players had almost no boost there. Very precarious situation, but they're holding strong. Bluey looking for a shot. A demo from Kamikaze is going to open up the net enough. That's going to cut the lead in half. What
a great play by Buffalo. Look, they're using the strategy that we told Maui needs to use. So, as we see, it is going to work out if you do it properly. But what a wonderful play by Buffalo to go for the demo here. Back on kickoff though, on Maui's side, Bluey trying to get a flick over, and he does get it. Great shot by Bluey.
Great shot indeed. That's also going to tie the game up. Just phenomenal control, patience, and the flick gets it over 1, 2, 3. That's exactly what Buffalo need to get back into this game too here.
Back on kickoff, reset to 0 here, 2-2. Kamikaze and Danger with a great kickoff here, but it is now on Buffalo's side. Maui on the attack. Kamikaze having control, getting him past his teammate. Deco tried to get it, but Rec is there to deny it here. Woo, and a wonderful shot by Distant with everybody on that side. Just beamed it into the net.
Maui getting right back to where they were. They had a bit of a scare there with Buffalo being able to get into their net multiple times, but already back in peak performance. They have just under 3 minutes to hold it though.
Distant with a huge pop, but Kamikaze is able to clear it off the ceiling here. But are we going to see a pass to his teammate? Unfortunately, it was denied by Buffalo, and you get the demo on the way out. But Maui still able to attack here. they do have a lot of boosts. They are able to make a strong attacking play here. I don't think they're getting the touches that they want, but they are keeping it on their side, which is good for them.
Very much, and still under a lot of pressure. Buffalo is still holding strong, but the boost tends to run out when you get caught in these situations. They've got to get something going for them, otherwise they are going to get scored on again. Kamikaze with the 50. It's going to go past Deco, trying to get something, but as I said, that boost not being there after being stuck on defense for so long definitely killed any hope for an offensive play. Louis trying to get it clear off the corner, backboard rather. He's able to get it. A bit of a double commit. Kamikaze trying to get a double tap. Couldn't quite find it. Deco almost getting the follow-up. A very dangerous play for Maui, but they're able to get away with it unscathed.
Indeed, indeed. Maui just really trying to put the pressure on, but as you said, yeah, Buffalo really couldn't stay on it because they were low on boost, but with what they had, they were making a great push. But unfortunately, the net is somewhat open here. Danger's going to pop it high, but unfortunately, Deco is going to be able to read that and going to knock it on Maui's side yet again. Great pinch by the defense here to get it to the other corner. Deco trying to take it all the way yet again. Rec, though, denying it. I've seen Rec on defense a lot, and he's able to make really good tweaks.
Definitely. And trying to get some offense in favor of Maui again. Distant looking for a shot. There's going to get cleared away by the Buffalo defender. Danger with an extra touch, trying to get it over to Rec. Rec with the 50. That's going to be very dangerous for Buffalo. Shot from Rex, saved away by Bluey. Distant getting an awkward touch. That's going to be a potential breakaway for Buffalo, but quick thinking from Maui is going to get it cleared away. Danger trying to get the center. Deco not a ton of boost to work with. That's going to be another one falling in front of the Buffalo net, but cleared away once again. A lot of offensive opportunities for Maui to capitalize on, but unfortunately just the boost game isn't going in their favor.
And I think that's where Maui's holding strong at, just really capitalizing on them not being able to have boosts. That's something that I definitely told my LL team. I was like, hey guys, if you have boosts and you know they don't, use it. And that's exactly what Maui's doing. They say, we know they don't have boosts, so we're gonna keep stealing it and using what we have to try to make a play. And as we see, Maui won game number 2.
Very dramatic fashion, as it was a lot closer than game 1 was in the reverse, but we're seeing very similar things. Distant, very much an offensive spearhead, but not without help from their teammates, as Danger having an assist to match every single goal that Distant had. Rec definitely pulling up the midfield and defensive end, but unfortunately Maui didn't see a ton of defenses. They had 10 shots to Buffalo's 4. Definitely going to be wanting to take this minute for Buffalo to kind of strategize and go over how they need to adapt to this new play style that Maui has brought in.
Yeah, and I wonder if Buffalo is going to start demoing a little bit more, because they saw that it worked a few times, or at least once, but after that they stopped doing it. So I wonder if they're gonna say, "Hey, let's try to demo more in the next game." So that'll be interesting.
That might benefit them, as especially in this day and age of Rocket League, demoing and boost stealing and just playing that physical game is very much a way to win over and over and over again. But as we enter into game number 3 with the series tied, it's going to be interesting to see which team is going to take the lead once again.
Indeed, indeed. And on kickoff, we have Distant and I can't see the other person. Distant and Kamikaze. Buffalo with a great clear to neutral. I always call him mid-neutral. Do you call him mid-neutral? Or just...
It depends.
Okay. Buffalo on the attack here, though. Louis gets a good 50. Rec is able to clear it on to Buffalo's side. Maui again on the attacking pressure here. And a beautiful shot by Rec, just knocking it in.
A That's exactly what Maui need. Again, getting a lead early is a great way to start a game. And Maui trying to say, that game one, that wasn't us. We didn't, that wasn't us playing. That was somebody else. We're here to win this series and we're here to take it easy.
And I want to say they're kind of doing what I was talking about earlier, how they saw the front redirect, caught them off guard, and just a little hit off the wall to his teammate in mid. That really messed up the Buffalo's defense, and so I think they know that they need to make more plays that are misleading or that just get Buffalo's defense out of position. And so it's good to see that they are getting a strategy that works.
Definitely, and it looks like it almost snuck another one in. Kamikaze able to pick up a save. Deco trying to get the center away. Danger, a big clear out is going to relieve all that pressure. Bluey has control, has a good amount of boost, able to get it past two. Danger, not a lot to work with, is able to get the extra touch. Distant in the corner. Gets to Kamikaze. Kamikaze pass over to Bluey. A great backward play from Buffalo to tie the game up.
Huge play indeed, and I saw Distant there as he was rotating back if he wanted to go for it or not. I honestly thought he was going to own goal, but just a great play altogether by Buffalo, just putting on hard pressure, using all of Maui on one side to their advantage to say, hey, let's just knock it across the field here. As Bluey tried to get a down play under Maui's defense here. Maui's able to read and defend off of it, and a pinch on Buffalo's side, almost winning the net.
I've had goals like that happen, and it is the most irritating thing. It's just a pinch, flying gears, no chance to save it. Fortunately for Buffalo, that one flew a little bit too wide, and the game continues on. Danger up on the wall, trying to get some pressure going in favor of Maui. Big 50 from Kamikaze is going to get all that pressure carried away. Distant up off the backboard, has it past one, has it past two, a shot on, but Bluey's able to get the save. Kamikaze trying to get this one cleared away as Deco able to get the beat. That one's going to be very dangerous for Maui. Bluey with the center, but no one there to shoot. Kamikaze's going to have to race back for this one.
Indeed. Maui on attack here, but seems like Buffalo's going to be on attack. Almost passing play. Actually, that was almost a goal from a beautiful passing play in the midfield here. Bluey, though, up, trying to get a pass to his teammate. Almost got a double. Deco, unfortunate hit, or unfortunate placement for Kamikaze. But able to recover. Buffalo could not Buffalo, Maui could not capitalize on that. Buffalo trying to keep their attacking pressure here. Deco up with low boost, unfortunately gets blocked.
Now a push downfield from Maui. Gonna get blocked away, but still very dangerous. That's gonna be on target. Bluey picking up a savior medal as that one's gonna get cleared away. Still a lot of danger here for Buffalo. Big clear away from Deco. Wreck with the extra touch. That's going to go out center. Trying to muscle it through was Bluey, but unfortunately just couldn't find the shot. Deco with the shot. Kamikaze with the bump. It's on target. It's still very dangerous, but it gets cleared away. Phenomenal defense from Maui to stay alive in this game.
Maui did real good trying not to get scored on. Even when it was slow in front of their net, they just held off Buffalo there. But this is possibly the longest tug of war we've seen in all the series so far. Nobody has yet to score. It's still been 1-1.
Long period of goallessness. Danger putting a shot on. It's actually going to bounce off the crossbar. Distant just playing physical there, and that's going to put Maui in the lead after a long goal drought.
I think I did another commentator's curse there because no one scored but Maui. Great pressure and just being able to pin it right, top right there. Great placement altogether. Buffalo though, Kamikaze up. His teammate is on wall trying to get a pass. He does get the pass, and unfortunately, Maui was there to defend their play here. But Distant up, trying to get it clear. Almost able to, brings the neutral ground. Wreck there to follow up here. And gets a bump. Danger, popping high, Wreck back at it again. Unfortunately, went a little weak.
Distant trying to go for the psycho there. Unfortunately, couldn't find the angle. Distant's going to pick that one up out of the corner and get it cleared away. Still playing pressure. That's going to waterfall down, but nobody there to capitalize on the opportunity. Deco with the big clear over to Kamikaze. Kamikaze with control. Gets it past one, but it's able to get 50'd away. Wreck just enough presence on the ball. That's an open Buffalo net. Rec just has to make sure that goes in, and it does. Another goal at the 10-second mark, and that's likely going to be the nail in the coffin for game 3.
And you were talking about how pinches suck, and I believe that right there was a pinch. It looked a little weird, but yeah, pinches are hard to say, especially when you cannot predict where they're going to go or if it's going to be a pinch or not.
Buffalo trying to get something going here. Flies in front of the Maui net, but again, nobody there to capitalize. Maui, after a bit of a rocky start there in game 1, has now gone into full form and is now up 2-1 in the series.
What a great game by Maui yet again. They really have their speed now. Buffalo looked like they were going to win it this series. They looked like they were going to kind of have a high scoring game, but Maui came back and said, don't think so. We're gonna figure out our plays here and try to come back. And that they are. And it's
Very
great
much.
to see.
Oh yeah, and seeing a bit of a flip from game 2 as now Rec on the top of the leaderboard for Maui, Distant sitting on the bottom. But again, no player has been completely out of this game, as even Distant picking up an assist and a lot of play in the midfield was able to make sure that his team was able to stay strong and in good rotation with good amounts of boost, and it definitely paid off.
And I think that's really key, especially in Ramen Bowl, like to ensure that the team is well balanced and that nobody is kind of slacking off. And not to say like all of them aren't trying, like all of them are, but you could see like every one of these players has something to the table to bring. And they're trying their hardest to win this game. And so it's good to see that everybody has cons and that they're able to make plays. But as we are on kickoff yet again, Buffalo gets bumped, leaving Maui with possession. I was gonna say Buffalo has possession, but I was wrong here.
Very quickly taken away by Maui. Maui now on series point. They just have to take this next game in order to win the series out. Distant trying to get it cleared away. Danger, no boost, but still able to play a lot of presence on the ball. That's almost just as dangerous as being able to have a full tank of boost and go. But Deco with control tries to get it past one. Distant wasn't ready for the extra touch. Kamikaze gonna center this one out. Danger is up early, get it cleared away. A bit of a double commit there from Maui, as now they seem to be under a lot of pressure. Buffalo has definitely adapted to their play styles. That one's gonna float right in front of the net. Nobody again to capitalize. It's gonna get 50'd out in the midfield. Deco with the center, and it's again going back onto the Maui backboard.
Buffalo really good fast attacking plays here and just really getting a good 50 for that one almost goal here. But Deco up again, Distant able to block. And that's one thing that Maui's doing really good at, just being where they need to be in order to block these shots and not overcommitting or doubling on saves. And that's what's actually really saving them as they're back on attack here.
Maui trying to get an opening goal. Danger trying to sneak it through the defense, but all 3 defenders are there. No chance of that sneaking its way through. Now Distant playing it off the corner, has a full tank of boost, tries to pass it out. Rec gonna take a shot, but Bluey off the backboard. Empty tank is able to get the block. Danger pass over to Rec, but Kamikaze with a lot of speed is able to get it cleared away. Now a counterattack forming for Buffalo. Distant clears back to the yellow half here as Danger putting a shot on. It's on target. Kamikaze able to get the save. Now it's a bit of a role reversal as now Buffalo find themselves under a lot of offensive pressure here.
This is a beautiful tug of war with nobody scoring this time. Generally, we get a tug of war after a few goals have been dished out. But nah, these guys are seeing who's going to be the first to score. And pretty much 2.5 minutes has passed by in the game. And nobody has scored. So this might come down to a... actually, no, let me not say that because I don't want to hurt this game. But... it's going to take a lot for a team to score this time now from what it seems.
That one's going to float right in front of the net. Danger with the cheeky touch is going to get it cleared away, but still in a lot of danger is Maui here, Bluey, able to keep this pressure in favor of Buffalo. Deco getting the double off the wall in the corner. Pass out, but Danger with a dangerous demo is able to get all of that offensive pressure just melted away, and that one's going to fly all the way back to the Buffalo half.
Beautiful. Maui back on attack. They're just holding off. It's really just who can keep control the longest. But all these 50s, Buffalo is really getting fast attacking plays. And that's what's kind of helping them keep it off of their net or off of their side. But as we see Bluey trying to dribble it in the net, but he did help Buffalo create the attack here. As I was saying, like they were doing fast plays, but Bluey said, let's slow it down and see what happens here. And it almost worked in their favor. Kamikaze beams it to Bluey, who gets a redirect, from Deco. And Deco, just a beautiful team play there.
Scare for both teams there as that one bounces off the crossbar and decides to wait around a little bit, see if it actually decides to go in or not. But Buffalo, a phenomenal passing play between all three players to put themselves in the lead.
Indeed, that was kind of a play that Maui pulled. Well, not all three of them, which was beautiful by Buffalo, but they said, hey, we're not doing a lot of team plays. Let's try that. And it worked in their favor. As Danger gets a demo on Bluey, trying to get a double into the net there, but unfortunately didn't have enough boost to make it work.
Maui trying to get something, and it's able to sneak its way in. Distance off the pass. Or, sorry, Rec off the pass from Distant is able to tie the game up just over a minute left. This is definitely going to be a close one.
Indeed, Bluey tried to read where the ball was going to go, but unfortunately could not. Rex said, hello, I'm here, and just knocked it right where he couldn't save it. Beautiful answer back from Maui here. But Buffalo does have the attack here. Maui tries to get a clear. Distant on the ball. Danger helps him out. Ooh, and gets a 50 in front of Buffalo's net. And Danger with a great backflip to get a pass to mid. Unfortunately, nobody was there. But Buffalo still on defense here.
Now
Buffalo gets a big clear.
Lots of back and forth between these teams, Bluey. With the extra touch off the corner there, that's going to be opportunity for Buffalo. Just under 20 seconds to go. They've got to make something happen quick. Danger removing a lot of that pressure. Bluey looking for the shot. It's going to get on target. Danger able to get the save. Kamikaze with the center. Unfortunately, Deco, no boost, isn't going to be able to do much here. Now, that one falling on target, but Rec able to get the save. It's going to float on the ground. And for the first time in this series, we have OT.
Back on kickoff, Rec and Bluey. Deco trying to keep control, get an early goal. Unfortunately, just a little bit off, but Bluey off the wall, trying to get a pass back mid. Still holding on with the pressure on Buffalo here. But Maui is going to get a clear with only one defender here. Rec sees a net here. Tries to go for a shot, could not get it. Defender is there to save. Distant. Last back, trying to solve for his team, and he does successfully. Danger takes possession, gets past one defender, but unfortunately not his other.
Now Buffalo with the shot. Oh, super close there for Buffalo. I also want to point out Buffalo currently has 11 shots to Maui's 5. It's a tied ball game, but there is definitely a very clear team who has had much more offensive pressure. Buffalo rather has to just capitalize on it. Distant able to get the extra touch, trying to play it past all the defenders, but gets it cleared away. Rec with the center down, trying to find a teammate. Bluey with the extra touch is going to get that one clear away. That's going to go all the way to the Maui corner. Distant with the clear, has a full tank of boost, goes for the reset, gets past one, pass over to Danger, but Danger just couldn't find the touch. That was such a great opportunity for Maui, but it goes by the wayside.
Man, if Danger's able to touch that, that is possibly game over. But Buffalo is very happy that he didn't, as they're able to fight another game and able to make that next save of Bluey, trying to keep control, getting it on Maui's side. Gets a 50. Rec goes up. Unfortunately, could not make connection, but with a little help from his teammate, he is able to make that connection there.
Very, very close. Rec just barely couldn't get it. Danger just gonna slam it right into him. and that is going to give Maui the 3-1 win in the series. And honestly, I couldn't have asked for a better series to open up this season. A great showing from both teams, and a big congratulations to Maui.
Indeed, congratulations, Maui, and good job, Buffalo, for really bringing it to them because both teams they did really, really well. And so, as you said, it was a really good first game of the season. And so, can't wait to see more games here.
Absolutely. But for now, we're going to throw it over to a short break as we prep for our next series.